It's a big game tomorrow night, or against Sligo, obviously. Would you describe it as a must-win the way things are now?
You have to look at the league table. Obviously, if you can beat them, it pulls them right in and helps us. So if you don't, it's preferably 6-pointer. So hopefully we do get a win.
It's been a tough run really the last 8 or 9 games. I mean, it's only 3 points from 9 games. Mm-hmm. You need something to click eventually if you're to have any hope of avoiding the playoff at this stage.
Yeah, we do. We need to get on some sort of run. We need to pick up a few points, but the important one is tomorrow. Obviously, if you can pull Sligo in, it'd be great. If we don't, it'll be a tricky run in for us from there. It's
a tricky run anyway, looking at the fixtures. So I mean, really, if you get the win tomorrow night, it might drive you out a bit, and you could kind of pick up a few results along the way, then a few points here and there, and you'd be that bit closer to Sligo. But I mean, if you don't get the win tomorrow night, it's going to be a massive gap to make up, isn't it?
It will be a massive gap. Is it achievable? I don't know. But looking at the bottom line of it is we can only look as far as the next game, and we said we'll do that right through the end of the season. Look, we have beaten Sligo in Turner's Cross the last game when we played them. So if we can return a performance like that and get a win, we'll see where we go from there.
Yeah, it's kind of mixed results against Sligo this year. So what are you expecting from them tomorrow night?
It'll be a tight match. Like bearing in mind they're half dozen points ahead of us on the table. They've equally had a poor season, kind of away from where they're at. So it'll be a tight game. I've no doubt they'll be anxious and nervous about the whole occasion and whatever. But as I say, from our point of view, we need a win. We're desperate for a win. So hopefully we can get a bit more luck than we got against Drogheda.
And you've got some of the new signings into the side now over the last few weeks, and they're kind of starting to gel and starting to click a little bit. So you're hoping for a bit more from those guys, and maybe they'll push it on.
Yeah, I'm looking for them all. I mean, when I look back for the first hour last week, it wasn't too bad up in Drogheda. We had all the chances, we had the best chances in the game. If we had bite the second goal there, I think it would have been a different result. A decision to get a player sent off for pushing one that was just, for me, crazy from where we're at, kind of way. Poor sending off, and it did change the dynamic of the whole game. We've now played not to lose the match, and we have ended up conceding, which was a problem. But I think that, and the previous week, I do see something there. So hopefully, as I say, the important thing is we win tomorrow night.
And how are you fixed injury-wise in terms of the squad and so on? How is it looking?
We've got 1 or 2 that potentially will be back in. So we'll have a look at that as we're going along. The likes of Aaron Bulger will be back in. He was obviously suspended last week, missed from where we're at. Ali Gilchrist is now on the mend as well, quite close with Jonas. Was on the bench the other night, so he's a little bit closer as well. So it's good from that end.
All right, thanks, David.
Just how much of a setback was the loss to Drogheda, like morale-wise and so on? Like the uplift of winning the cup match the way you did, and then that huge match and morale and so on. Was it going to?
Yeah. Look, listen, we're all fully aware that you beat Sligo, you beat Drogheda, you dragged them in on top of us. We didn't beat Drogheda, so that's it. Kind of way they've jumped it again. That 6 pointer, they've jumped that a little bit ahead of us. There's still an opportunity there with Sligo, so we'll just see how that goes. I've no doubt they'll be coming down here thinking beat Cork. That should get them out of the bottom too. So it's a big game for everybody. So, and we're fully aware of that. I mean, as I say, I can't fault the effort and all the lads from a training point of view and all that sort of stuff. They just need to take responsibility tomorrow, everybody, and get a result.
How will you approach it on Friday night? Like, will it be cagey or are you going to have a goal?
Listen, we want to try and win the game, as we will. Like, if we're fortunate enough to win tomorrow night, that's not the be all and end all. We've got to pick up more results out of the next 7 games. So it'll be a tricky run in, but listen, we have to hold our nerve and see how we go.
Yeah, I suppose Sligo are on poor form like yourself as well. I think they've only 1 point from the last 4 or something. So they won't come with a huge one. Confidence, obviously, it's been a mixed bag with the 3 fixtures so far, isn't it, between the 2 teams?
Yeah, it has been. Yeah, that's why we are where we are. They've got 1 or 2 players back. They're missing a few players themselves, kind of way, and that's been I've no doubt the injuries have hit them as well this season. It's hit us dramatically this season. When I look back over the whole year, kind of way. And that said, we've still got 8 games to go. We've got to try our best and see can we get out.
Yeah, you know a lot about them, obviously, Liam. Like, where do you think your best chances against them? Like, if they pinpointed any areas we can get at them?
We've just discussed a few bits and pieces in relation to previous games we've watched them playing. So It'll be a tight game, I've no doubt. They've got some good players. I've signed quite a few of them myself that are up there, like Gary Buckley and Greg Bulger and these guys, Nando Pineacker, you know, they're good footballers from that end of it. That said, we've got some good footballers in our own group. As I said, we need a win, so we will be giving it our best shot. So hopefully we can get the fans behind us, which they've been great, in fairness to them, you know, bearing in mind the games that we've lost, etc., etc. Hopefully they can be the extra little push for us tomorrow evening, and that can push us on to get out, because if a result tomorrow evening could be the start of something right through the end of the season.
Yeah, obviously the players know the incentive is huge, like that. The win brings the 3, and there's a realistic chance of dragging them down, isn't there? Like the 3 points,
100%.
It's doable.
Yeah, and that's ultimately what we'll be trying to do. But as I say, I've no doubt they'll have a different picture themselves, so I go from where they're at, but equally, we'll see.
You confident enough?
Look, listen, it'll be tight. I've no doubt it'll be tight. As I say, you need a bit of luck. Hopefully we get a bit, which we haven't got all season. I think it'll be tight, but listen, hopefully we just need to get a result and see can we just irk something, because there's more in the group. I know there is more in the group, and we've been. I know it's difficult to say we're being unlucky. Everybody's been unlucky. All the teams get unlucky. But when you look at some of the bits and pieces that have happened to us recently, and I said to the boys, look, at the harder you work, the luckier you get. So we need to work hard against Sligo and see how we go from there. Please God we can get a result.
Good luck tomorrow night. Yeah.
Thank you.
How big a loss will the Stephen? This guy was suspended. Was he made an impact when he came on, didn't he, last week?
Yeah.
How big a loss was he not been without him?
Yeah, it would have been nice to have him, but listen, we've got, for a change, we've got 1 or 2 replacements now that we're you know, we can jump in and we can give a good account of ourselves. But yeah, he'd be missed. He's settled in well. He looks like a decent player from where we're at. So it's just unfortunate. Like the sending off was just ridiculous last week. Like, you know, send off. We've a player got seriously injured now, but the player that tackles him doesn't get even booked, and our fella gives him a nonchalant and he gets sent off, which turned the whole match. We're winning 1-0 at that stage. Like, it's quite frustrating, I'll be honest.
Did you appeal that decision? Obviously, did you? You didn't appeal.
You can't appeal a second yellow card. He gets a second yellow for pushing. Yeah, but their lad pushed their fella off the pitch, and he just went over and actually just. I'm sure you've seen it. It's just, it's stuff like that you know, when you have that turns matches like the way it did. No, I just find it disappointing. I just find it disappointing, you know.
What do you mention? 3 fellas who might come back there. Obviously, that wouldn't want to disrupt the team if you bring in 2 or 3. But you'll be changing, and the Dutch guy is out, obviously, so you have to. We're forced to make a couple of changes.
Yeah.
Are you kind of, is there any worry in your head about that? Do you know, if you change
no.
The lineup will be different, that's it.
It'll be minor. There'll be a minor change or 2 in it, you know, kind of obviously, with the 2 lads that are out. That said, we'll have a strong team out. We'll have the strongest team we can have tomorrow evening. You know, we've got a reasonably strong bench as well, so hopefully, you know, should that be required, whether it's defending lead or looking to try and get a goal, they'll make some sort of impact.
And would you envisage, like, having been beaten 3-1 last week, would you kind of envisage Cristiano and Hackett coming in, the defensive?
Yeah, Ali, he's come back now. He's trained all this week, so we'll just make a call on that tomorrow.
Trained already?
He's trained, yeah, no problem.
What was it kind of like on Friday coming back from Drogheda? Because like if the win kind of secured Drogheda's position in the league and kind of dragged you into it now, what was the general feel in the squad? Look,
everybody's gutted. Like, we're training here every day. There's none of them not disappointed with the results, and I've no doubt they're all anxious and nervous, and there's a crazy pressure on them for the whole of the season, to be honest. So we need to just somehow lift that off us and give ourselves a chance to run into the end of the season, see can we get a few results, see can we pick up a few results. I do believe they can get a few results, so we just need to somehow irk out a result and just walk from there. Just take one step at a time. You've got the cup as well, you know, if we're into the quarter final, that's another interest for us as well, to try and get through that tie if we can, and see can we prolong the season from an exciting point of view, because again with both the cup and the league, we've got matches to win the cup, please God, and we've got matches to win the league. So do I think they can do it? I do think they can win matches. Yeah, I do. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We need to. There's no point me saying that. Judge me by what I do, not by what I say I do. They need to get out and win a match and see where we go from there.
Like what about yourself? I remember you were in this position once with Pats back in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been in this position yourself before? Like, have you any experience to draw from in like a relegation scrap?
Not really, no. No.
When I was walking in there, I saw Barry Coffey in a boot. Have you any injury concerns going into the game?
Yeah, Barry's struggling. He won't be fit for tomorrow. The rest of the lads that I mentioned there are coming back. We'll have them back in contention.